What it really feels like to become a victim, one question at a time. This is lesson 1 of 10. No one expects to become a victim. This series isn't based on television. It isn't based on legal drama. It's based on what it really feels like to become a victim. I've already shared my personal story in my YouTube channel, DUI Shadows Live, Myth versus Reality. Now I want to take what I've learned through that experience and use it to help other victims understand and navigate the criminal justice system. My mission is to help victims understand and navigate the criminal justice system while they're living through trauma by sharing my personal experiences and the lessons I learned. Every victim's journey is different, but my hope is that what I've learned can help you navigate yours. I'm not an attorney. I'm a victim and a mother sharing what I've learned after my son, Dr. Kenley Gene Raney, was killed by a drunk driver. The information I share is based on my personal experience and research. It is intended to help victims ask informed questions, better understand the criminal justice system, and become stronger advocates for themselves and their loved ones. This is not legal advice. Laws and procedures vary by state. Hello, everyone. I'm Sara, Kenley's mom. If you're trying to understand the criminal justice system as a victim, a family member, or an advocate, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, DUI Shadows Lies, Myth versus Reality. Every lesson in this series answers one question I wish someone had answered for me before I entered the criminal justice system. Here is something I wish someone had told me the day my son was killed. When someone you love is suddenly taken away from you, you're not thinking about the criminal justice system. You're trying to survive the worst day of your life. You're asking questions like, where is my loved one? Can I see them? What happened? Is the person who did this in jail? What do I do now? Shock changes the way you think. Trauma changes the way you process information. While you're trying to survive, the criminal justice system doesn't stop. It keeps moving. Investigations continue. Evidence is collected. Court hearings are scheduled. Deadlines pass. Negotiations may begin. Decisions are made. If you don't know where to get information, who to contact, or even what questions to ask, important decisions may be made before you fully understand what's happening. That was my reality. Like many people, I thought I understood the criminal justice system because I watched it on television. Boy, was I wrong. Television is entertainment. Real life is very different. The defendant enters the criminal justice system with legal representation, whose job it is to protect the defendant's legal constitutional rights. Many victims enter the same system overwhelmed, grieving, in shock, and trying to understand what happened. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know what questions to ask. I didn't know what information was available. Looking back, I realized that what I didn't know left me unprepared to understand and participate in the process. That's why I'm creating this series. Not to retell my stories. I've already shared my story on this channel. Now I want to share what that experience taught me, so it may help someone else. My hope is that you won't have to learn these lessons the hard way. My first piece of advice is simple. Start a notebook. Get everything you can in writing whenever possible. Save every email. Keep copies of every document. Write down every phone number, every court date, every case number, every name, every question. If important information is given to you over the phone, write down the date, the time, the name, and the title of the person you spoke with, and exactly what they told you. If someone cannot answer your question, politely write down their name, title, and the date of the conversation. One more important lesson I've learned. Depending on your state, laws about recording conversations can be very different. Do not record a telephone call or conversation unless you understand the recording laws in your state. If you're unsure, verify your state's law before recording. Whenever possible, ask for important information in writing. Always verify important information with an official source whenever possible. In future lessons, I'll explain why this became one of the most important lessons I learned while navigating the criminal justice system. One day you'll be grateful you kept those records. No one handed me a roadmap to the criminal justice system, so I drew one. My story is how I learned these lessons. My mission is to help victims understand and navigate the criminal justice system while they're living through trauma by sharing my personal experiences and the lessons I've learned. Every victim's journey is different, but my hope is that what I've learned can help you navigate yours. If sharing what I've learned helps even one victim find their way, then Kenley's legacy continues to make a difference. If you found this lesson helpful, please subscribe to DUI Shatters Lies, Myth vs. Reality. On my YouTube channel, you'll find practical lessons based on real-life experience, covering victims' rights, plea agreements, victim impact statements, parole, court records, registration, and the questions I wish someone had answered for me. This lesson answers one question. My YouTube channel answers the rest. If you know someone who has become the victim of a crime, please share this lesson with them, because every victim deserves a right to be informed. Thank you for watching. Join me for lesson 2. Now what do I do?